Not every man is obsessed with you. Another video by Brad Cooper, your favorite content creator, one of my favorite content creators, to be fair. It's always good to watch her videos, and knowing the fact that I have no clue when the next stream will be, I decided to make a whole marathon of her. And today, with no topic, with no discussions, we're going to try to understand some of her ideas, maybe discuss them, find a way we can implement them into real life. That is for sure. And I think that this is again will be an interesting video because we are tackling a very popular issue. It's men and it's women, and it's what we both think of each other. Without further ado, I suggest we start watching.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper.
Hi, Brett.
So a couple of weeks ago, I covered yet another story of a gym influencer who was recording people without their consent, not just by accident, like they happened to be in the background of one of her lifting videos, but with the express intent of ridiculing said person in the video. And if you guys follow Joey Swole, you know I love him, he's fantastic. You know that people at gyms, specifically girls who wear skimpy outfits and want attention, do this all the time with men in the background of their videos who they want to label as creepy or leering to then get extra attention. And now this behavior has made its way outside of the gym, and I'm sure nobody is surprised, but it is just as obnoxious. Before we dive into this story though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss one of our episodes. And I'm sure you know this by now, but we are officially on Spotify. We are
I am not on Spotify, guys, but really, if you are really watching this reaction, you might want to subscribe to this channel because, guys, I have no clue how you discovered it. Therefore, if you're watching this until this moment, that means I kind of got your attention. So I would like to ask you for your subscription because it's also free. And let's be honest, it doesn't really change a lot in your life, but it does change a lot in mine because we are trying to hit a milestone. And as it stands, it's 150 subscribers. But I really hope that by the time that you're watching it, we have at least advanced one step. You see, I'm getting tired that the number is not changing. If I see some movement that the number switches, I'm not gonna fall asleep.
All right, so I started seeing this video go around X yesterday for very, very good reason, because this streamer's behavior is completely reprehensible. So the context is this girl was at a self-checkout register. I think she was at Whole Foods, I'm pretty sure, and she was filming herself checking out her groceries. I don't know why one would film themselves checking out their groceries, but whatever. And there was an older man behind her. And when she went back and edited the video and was trying to get ready to post it, she decided to make the entire video about him and everything that he did wrong. Just watch. So she's saying look counter, how many times this old man has looked at her.
Wait.
Also, this streamer, she streams her entire day. So she just brings her camera, films everything, and puts it on Twitch. God forbid.
Are you standing in line? Like, this looks like they're already, yeah, because you see the here on the right low, this is the place where they usually, because this looks like they're standing in line and the guy is literally just waiting for you to move.
Like, what is she doing? Is she just standing there extra long?
Yeah, exactly. This is like, this is already the, how do you call it? The cash register. What are you expecting that he's gonna do? Not go there? Not want to pay the bills? Nah, bro. I can't be seriously reacting to this. I gotta chill a bit. Yeah, the Euros have been shocking me every day, so I'm kind of trying to throw away some emotions on this one, but I shouldn't. I should be calm, rational. Let's try to defend this girl, actually. Let's play the devil's advocate. This should be more fun.
Like, is she staying there for an even more extended period of time? just to get more of his reactions. I don't know. Like, it's weird. Anyway, Malcolm Flex first posted this, and he said he is literally waiting on people to hurry up so that he can check out with his food. Holding up a checkout line to make a TikTok should be a criminal offense. We really need to just crack.
That's a disrespect. You can't make it a criminal offense. You can't punish someone for wanting to create content while they're not disturbing anyone. That is disgraceful.
Down on all of this, because as we're about to talk about it, as you guys are about to see, it has truly gotten out of hand. But back to the point, back to this man. He literally did nothing wrong. Nothing. Like, have you ever been in a self-checkout line at Whole Foods? Self-checkout line, like, it is chaotic and it is confusing. Cashiers are running around trying to help people because you accidentally put 8 apples in instead of 6. You can't tell which registers are open.
Brad, you're like, self-checkouts are actually the best checkouts. Hey, if I would have a chance, I would always use a self-checkout because, bruv, the amount of times I'm getting pushed, first of all, the lines move faster. Second of all, the cashier is running away, you know, in the middle of nowhere to find the random pack of cigarettes in the other end of the store. And then when she comes back, all of a sudden she goes click, 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 click. And now you're the one to blame because you haven't collected your products fast enough. Screw you, I'm gonna do this on my own. So yeah, self-checkouts are 100 times better than cashier. The only reason to go to a cashier is if the store doesn't have self-checkouts in cash, which is super weird because they even have those in my country and they still don't have them in Europe. That is super weird.
As half the time it's only like 3 of them, and then there's a bunch of ones that you can't log on to. You're simultaneously watching all of them to know when somebody's finished. Like, you are scanning the area. That is what you do. That is what we all do on a daily basis. I promise you, that is what that old man was doing. He was not leering at you.
Yeah, but he did it 7 times on her. I'm not sure that he looked at the other cash registers for the same amount of times.
And if he was paying you any special attention, it is because he's an older man who is not used to people streaming and filming themselves in the self-checkout line. Because, wow, actually, for a lot of people, that's very weird. And that's not normal. Maybe other people in your world are numb to that, but I guarantee he's not. And it is not illegal or wrong for his eyes to scan over you and your general direction and notice what you are doing, especially if it is out of the ordinary.
Equalizer, I think.
That is just something that humans do. We notice things that are not normal.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Like, oh my God, get a grip. Somebody commented and said, this is what's going on in his mind. Is she still paying? Looks like she's just standing there. I wonder if she's on drugs. Because why?
I'm done playing the devil's advocate. If this is really what the guy was thinking, he's a G. There's no way I can go against that, man. He's even wearing I think he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, right? Yeah, bruv just wants to eat his freaking... I don't even know what this lunch? Like, bruv. I've lived through Soviet Union. What am I witnessing now?
Because why else would you bring a camera into Whole Foods to film yourselves in the self-checkout line? Somebody else said she has a camera out recording him while he waits in line and he's the bad guy. SMH, I hope she is banned from that store. Another guy said main character syndrome is getting out of hand. Very true. And if you don't know what he means by that, there's this whole thing on social media where people are like, I'm the main character of my life. Like, everything revolves around me. I'm the main character.
No, that is the whole problem. A main character shouldn't be the one... People think that being the main character means that everything revolves around them. No, being a main character is making everything revolve around you. You hear the difference between everything revolves and you actually doing some shit to make it revolve? It is totally different. Like, the game doesn't evolve around the player. It's the player that evolves around the game. He is the one playing the game. Now, obviously, he has to do something in order for there to be a game. But if he's not there, you know, the game will proceed on its own. So you might actually do something to stay in it.
Obviously, we are all the main characters in our own lives. That's just how life works. But that does not mean that we are the main characters in everybody else's else's lives and that they have to bend to our whims. That is absurd. Somebody else commented and said, it's 2024. Of course this woman makes a video suggesting that she doesn't like the attention and then posts the video to social media in order to get attention. Literally doesn't
That's
make
not the attention that she wants. Trust me, as a brother of sisters, I know what I'm saying right now. She's getting the attention from the wrong people.
sense whatsoever. Somebody else said, look at me, now don't look at me, don't look at me, look at me, look at me. The irony of her caring who looks at her based on the way they look is utterly breathtaking. Also, I don't know this for a fact, but you can go look at her Twitch. It seems like she posts a lot of things for attention, specifically for the male gaze. You can go look and you can figure that out yourself. Basically what I'm
show
saying
it. I don't believe you, Brad. Show it on live now.
Is that it doesn't seem like she really just hates all attention. And we can bring all of this back to the female influencers at the gym that Joey Swole is always talking about who make videos just like this. You know, they go to the gym, a public place, in the skimpiest outfits. They wear little bandeaus, they wear those tiny little biker shorts with the butt all scrunched up where literally everything is hanging out. And I'm sorry, but people are going to look at that. I'm a straight married woman. I'm going to look at that because it is obviously a cry for attention and is absurd. And I'm worried about the fact that your ass cheek is hanging out of your shorts.
No, Brad, you're gonna do it because you're obsessed. You may trick yourself that you're special and you are straight and you're married, so you won't look at it only because of the curiosity factor. But deep down inside, you want those shorts, right? That's why I love these reactions. I can just go on like this forever. Really, they're usually super different, not the same, and I can really rant like this for hours. Luckily, my schedule doesn't allow me to. So you're only gonna witness a limit of what can actually be done.
Like, maybe it's just me, but I genuinely do not know how you can comfortably go out in public like that. Like, I would literally want to die.
No offense, but why do we assume that those women are feminists? Like, I think you might have watched me. If you have watched me for a while, you kind of understand my opinion towards feminism. I'm not a huge supporter of it, and that's in easy terms. But as we talked about the previous video, don't just assume that they are feminists, you know. I might not like them. I might not like their ideas, but hey, I'm going to criticize them specifically for their ideas. Don't label someone else to them just because you don't like them. Therefore, you take bad idea. If it's a bad idea, that's from a feminist. No. Let's criticize everyone for what they do bad. Let's criticize the feminists for their actions. Let's criticize these women for their actions. Don't intersect between them, because then how are we better? How are we the ones that are going out there saying that you're supposed to be rational, you're supposed to really think what you're speaking about, and then we just toss everything in the same pile? Like, how are we then better? So, Brad, keep it chill. You can make a whole lot of other feminist rants topics or feminist rant videos. It's all good. People are going to watch them. I'm going to watch them. But be honest towards everyone.
Don't look at me that way. And then they go out in public dressed like that. Like, give us all a break. You are not wearing that because it is comfortable. I guarantee your almost falling out as you are doing a bench press does not make your workout better. But you know what it does? It gets you attention. So either confidently soak up the attention that you so obviously want and don't shame normal people for noticing that you're doing something out of the ordinary, or just wear some damn normal clothing and put your cameras away. It really isn't that complicated. You don't have to dress like a pilgrim. Just literally be normal. That is what we are asking. Anyway, rant over, back to the point. Just in general, we have gotten way too comfortable filming people out in public for our own selfish gain. People who have not posted themselves online, who are not inserting themselves into any kind of online.
You just have to make sure that you do it well. Trust me, I've been there. When you get in trouble for filming someone, just make sure they don't spot you. Just make sure you're not really that open about this. Make sure you're doing this in a way that you don't show off to them that you're filming them, so to say. Even if you want to film them, just don't show it off that way.
Online discourse, people who are just going about their daily lives off of the internet. And every day this becomes more and more of a topical discussion. Just last month, Vox released this report titled, "Is it ever okay to film strangers in public?" And
My opinion, yes. There's a reason we're in public. When you exit your private property, you automatically apply to the condition that you share some area, some territory, doesn't matter, with a specific type of people. Therefore, you got to be willing to share some of your privacy with them. I think it's all good.
other outlets have posted similar pleas to the public to stop this non-consensual voyeurism, which is the term for all of this now. This is from The Guardian.
Now, again, the problem is not that they're filming these people. The problem is that they are in some way wrongly shaming them. Like, there was no problem with filming that old guy with his Hawaiian jersey. I think he really didn't care as well. But the problem was that you later on pictured him as a creep, which leads to the topic of false information and false accusations, which I think is illegal even in the States. So that is the problem. Not the filming process itself, but how do we use that material later on?
It's time to stop filming strangers in public for social media thrills. Another one, please don't film me in 2023. Unsuspecting people can get pulled into TikTok content without even knowing it. Can we leave that behind in 2022? And while not all of this is done with the express intent to embarrass or ridicule other people, it usually is very self-centered and done to bolster the main character's ego, like this, in my opinion.
Bruh.
Like, at least she's not zooming in on them and going creep. Like, she obviously wants the attention, which is better than a lot of people. But that is so self-centered. Like, oh, I'm gonna put on a pretty dress. Let's go see how everybody thinks I'm so gorgeous. I guarantee some of those people were not looking at you or talking about you. They just happen to be looking down or in your general direction, and we're holding a conversation. And also,
No, Brad. I mean, with all due respect, if there's a hot woman walking by and the next second that you see is a male person turning around and checking and looking into their direction, trust me, they're checking them out. You can ask your husband, he'll confirm it. If you don't trust me.
I doubt they wanted to be featured in your video with millions upon millions of views. Somebody commented and said, narcissism in a video. So this is the end result when she finally got the video she wanted. I honestly am impressed with the confidence, because if I have to go out and take photos anywhere, even if it's with like one of our professional photographers and I have to go out and take promo pics for something, I am covered in embarrassment. I'm like, oh my God, don't look at me. I'm so sorry. I'm going to move out of the way. Oh, I just don't want to, whatever. Like, I remember
To be fair, like, if you walk in public and you see someone taking a picture or a video, you might as well try to not be featured in the camera. Like, I agree with this main character syndrome, that obviously she's over exaggerating her reactions in this, in this subway video. She's probably over exaggerating them, but really, you see that the person is filming. Come on, why would you just walk by like you're ignoring it? That's slightly disrespectful as well. And as for Brad, well, I have a feeling that if it wasn't for people from the outside, she would have not gotten where she is right now. Like, she's got all the talent and she is a well speaker. She is a good content creator, but I feel that somewhere she needed this push. I don't know from who, but from someone, maybe in the family, maybe amongst the colleagues, to go and try it. Try doing this. and she started, and you can see it turned into 4.15 million subs. So I think she's doing a good job.
Some photos for my merch with a mirror, and they wanted like paparazzi style photos. And so we were walking across the street in 12 South, which is a neighborhood in Nashville. Oh my God, I was so uncomfortable. I felt so bad. I was like, I just can't like wait until everybody's gone. How do you get to this point? I genuinely do not understand where you feel like you are so important that people just trying to get onto the tube is somehow
you have to live your life with the feeling that you're someone important, but at the same time you need to make sure that your actions speak for that. Because if you only go around the world feeling that way, whereas you don't back it up by what you're doing in life, you just become a laughable clown. You just become a laughable person, a self-centered, egotistical narcissist. That's who you become.
infringing upon your filming rights? Get a grip. Like, I have no words. Somebody commented and said, where do you want them to walk through? The tracks? Probably. Another person said, how dare the public use the public transportation in public? But still, those videos aren't even the worst examples of all of this. And it really is serious considering that so much of this content is actually done at the expense of the person who is just trying to live their life. Like, at least in that video, you couldn't see who the people are. But this Target employee wasn't as lucky.
Love being sexually harassed at work.
So a couple of months ago, I was at work doing my job, giving out excellent customer service per me, and this girl walks up and she's telling me she's a speaker, but the way she's talking is very, like, it's different. She's being very inappropriate with me. She's talking like this, and it just makes me uncomfortable.
Well, what do you mean, bruv? I want to defend you honestly, because you tackle an interesting point of view, sexual harassment, but not when someone is not when it's by an for example worker, but when the worker is actually getting harassed, which sometimes doesn't get discussed enough. So bro, please give me some better arguments than she was talking with me like in this way. Bro, say what she was saying to you. Go on, straight facts. Come on, let's build a case around it. I want to help you.
It's different. She's being very inappropriate with me. She's talking like this, and it just makes me uncomfortable. But
How?
I'm just trying to do my job, whatever. And then as I'm trying to help her with the speaker, I don't know if you're hearing the thing, but I was telling her we could look at reviews online. She bends.
I was telling her what?
And then as I'm trying to help her with the speaker, I don't know if you're hearing the thing, but I was telling her we could look at reviews online.
I was telling we could look at. Oh, okay. I was telling you.
She bends down to point at something, and her bottom of her dress is cut, and I just see her entire. Keep in mind, side note, I am gay.
Who would have thought that you're gay, brother? Honestly.
I'm gay, wrong tree in the wrong neighborhood. Months later, around Christmas, a guy comes to my job. You look familiar. And I'm thinking, oh, it's probably because I worked at 2 other locations in 3 years. No. She put this on.
It is absurd. I mean, not only was he—
Wait, what? Oh, hell nah. My brother got harassed, and at the same time, he later on got... Oh, no. Bro, I feel sorry for this gay guy.
filmed without his consent, but it was sexual in nature and in promotion of her only— it was put on her only— like, that is reputation ruining. And he did nothing to insert himself into that narrative whatsoever. Just like the man at Whole Foods.
Wait, you said she's an OF girl?
Like, that is reputation ruining.
Girl.
And he—
brother, sue her. I'm telling you, you got... That chick is gonna owe you money, and she's not gonna know which lawyer to hire. Bro, I'm telling you, you must have lawyers in your family. If you can't afford one, sue her. I'll watch your case. I'll promote your case live here on this YouTube channel. I gotta Google. Wait, what's your name? Michelle Guess. Okay, let me Google this guy. We're gonna promote Michele. 16,000 followers. Stop watching me trash violently and helps. Yeah, so Okay, yeah, so here's what he said. And then I have no idea what I'm replying. You take a lot of my brother and your voice is annoying. Why don't you just act normal like your father? Okay, this is probably about his gayness. Oh no. Like, no, man, come on. I'm trying to defend you. Don't know. Okay, so he probably bro, sue her. Okay, his TikTok is mostly about complaining. Bro, sue her. Come on. You can do this.
And I'm thinking, oh, it's probably because I worked at 2 other locations.
Not only was he filmed without his consent, but it was sexual in nature and in promotion of her only. It was put on her only. Like, that is reputation ruining. And he did nothing to insert himself into that narrative whatsoever. Just like the man at Whole Foods or any of the men at gyms just trying to get on with their workouts without having to see an Instagram thought shake their tits in a video. It is beyond time to bring back privacy and decency and just basic self-respect. That
I
is
swear, if someone did ever film me in such a way, brother, I'm gonna get rich because I'm gonna sue that person. I'm gonna at least find a way to pull a case from that, and we're gonna demand our money because reputation is super expensive.
the bare minimum that we should be doing as a society.
Guys, moral of the video is your reputation is valuable. So if it at any way gets offended or gets destroyed, or if it in any way loses its value, make sure you can find a way to compensate. That is a great moral, I think, for this specific video. Now, we have gone over an hour of the stream, but it's a Brad Cooper marathon, and I'm still enthusiastic to watch some of her videos. So for those of you watching live right now, we are gonna jump in to another reaction. But for those of you who are watching this on replay, and you might consider whether you should like this video, or maybe you're thinking whether you should dislike this video, I will tell you that it matters. It matters. Therefore, please, as a part of liking and disliking, go into the comments section and share your thoughts. While you're there, you can also subscribe to this channel, but that is optional. Genuinely optional. If you feel like it, do it. If you don't, I mean, I'm gonna do a better job to make sure that next time you do. So with that being said, this was Zyno77 reacting to Brad Cooper videos. You'll see another video in a couple days, and I will see you there.